So in this video we're going to put this on this. Welcome back to the channel. What you saw what we're going to do. We're going to put all that brass stuff on this one, on my TRX4. It has some brass stuff on there already, but we're going to put more weight on there. Lots of more weight. I'm going to put all the links in the description. All the weights are going to be photographed so you can see what's on there, how much it weighs, and how much a complete truck is going to weigh afterwards. So let's get wrenching. So we're going to start on the front axle. I bought these things. Those are very heavy, but the problem is I have bead locks, and I don't know if these are going to fit in the bead lock, because I want these ones to go over there and the rear. What are we going to fit also? We're going to fit these hubs. We're going to put it over there, and then we're going to grease it all up, back up. What are we going to also fit? We're going to fit these diff housings on the axle, of course. What should you do? Always check, because you can see it over here. I don't know if you can see it real good. There are still brass shavings in there, so you have to clean it very thoroughly, otherwise your gears aren't going to like that. So I took the rear axle off so I can get on the screws here and there, so I can put these things on there, and of course the diff housing over here, and put these ones over here. So guys, apparently I had a problem. I bought these ones, and these were already fitted on there, but I didn't look very good when I ordered this, and this wouldn't get on there. They fit on the rear, but on the rear that's too heavy. I don't want them on the rear, I want them in the front, so I had to do a little bit of work on them, so now they fit on there. So that's the best I could do. So now put them on there and see how it goes. So as you can see, I already mounted everything on there except for this one. This one is the same, of course, as that one. It's a very heavy axle at this moment. It turns real good. I put new grease in this one. I put grease in that one. I have to put grease in this one. Yeah, I have encountered a small problem. When you're putting this off, this is the linkage, you know, the linkage system. When you take this one off, this is sitting like this, and you want to put this one on there, the brass one. This one measures 18 millimeters. The brass one is 19 millimeters. 1 millimeter is too long. You can put it on there, but it's not going to sit flush. You know what I mean? It's going to sit like this. So what do we need to do? We're gonna have to grind 1 millimeter off there, so it's going to sit nice and straight on there. So I had to adjust this one. I took 1.5 millimeter, 1 millimeter off there, and then I tightened the screws little by little to put it right straight in there. So pay attention when you mount this one. This is going to be some work done.
What follows is a brief construction montage.
Now would you look at that? This looks absolutely fabulous. Now put this onto that. These things are not going to cut it anymore, so we need some firmer foams. These are dual stage foams. These are made of PE, I think, so it's very tough. And this is also tougher than that's in there. So now we have to get these foams out and these foams in. They're pretty tough, so first you put this one in there. Like so, then you roll it around so it's good. It sits good in there. Then this one is really tough, but it's getting in there. check if the tire is everywhere equally put. You can see that the foam is nice, and then first, how I do it, I put this one in first. It's hard to get in there, you know, especially without tearing up the tire and
you
messing
dumbass
around with the screws like I did now.
Turn it up now.
Watch out that you don't tear up the tire. And the bead has to sit above there, so the black stuff has to sit between those two beads, of course, because otherwise it's not a cold. It's not going to get it tight in there. So then you push the bead on its place. What do I do then? I take this one. I also push it in. And there will be people, they say, put this one on there first. I put it in too deep now. I'm not putting it on first normally. I always do it like this. So I can see more of the tire then. This is the back side, so this is for later on. So now you can see where the bead is at. Then you put this one on there, like said, but it's easier to see when you do it like this. It's my opinion. Then I put a couple of screws in there. You have to take your time with the bead lock. Don't rush it. Take your time with the bead lock, because if you don't do it right, you have to do it all over again. So now you can push it and pull this one back a little bit, like so. You're going to do it afterwards better, but now it's turn on this side. This one has to go in there, so you try to put it, align it with your holes, and get the bead over that part. Don't squish it between the two halves. So I hope you can all see this. Sometimes a real pain in the, you know. Get the screws. What do you do when you took all the screws in there? You cross braid them then. You know what I mean? One there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. Oh, one there. Now the front. Check the bead, of course, that the tire isn't squished too wide in there. See, here is the bead. You see the bead over here? Here is no bead. The bead is too deep. You pull it a little bit back. You can see it over here now. You see the bead. Take your time. And now it's time to screw.
That's what she said.
Everything's mounted up, and you can see it looks absolutely great. Let's get driving.